Here at 6212 Wooded Creek Cove in Temple, Texas, a little bit about the neighborhood. It is got mature trees, the entrance is gated, it's in great access to I-35, Baylor, Scott and White. You're an hour from Austin, and one of the nicest features about this property is it butts up to Friar Creek, so you can take your fishing pole and go do a little fishing if you're interested in that. But let's go in and take a closer look at everything else. So the home is stucco in design, and it has a Durango door, and it's a custom built home. One owner, and you can see the finish out when we go in. It's just beautiful inside. All right, in here you can see that they have put in these are real wood floors, so hard to find these days. They're not tile, they're the real wood, and they just are very rich looking. It makes it very homey in here. What really has impressed me with this home also is just all the crown molding. You know, it's just a dying trade. You don't see it as in many homes like you do in this one. And it's just the craftsmanship of it. It just looks so good. And, you know, it's just so beautiful. And it really makes the home stand out in its character and style. And I like the really open floor plan. You've got your fireplace, corner fireplace, and the kitchen that opens up into the living area also. And you've got granite counters, a large breakfast area, and then you have this beautiful kitchen with this round serving bar top, and all the custom cabinetry in the kitchen as well. Got a prep sink, a large island. You've got the trash can, which if you've ever lived with one of these hidden trash cans, me personally, I can't live without it. You've got custom pullouts. In the drawers, glass in the cabinets, the backlighting. Got the double oven, built-in microwave, and a beautiful range above the cooktop. One of the really beautiful features of this property is this, like a butler's pantry right when you walk in. But when I saw this, I just fell in love with this feature right here. So the garage is right through here. So when you walk in, you know, this could be a landing station, or this is a great area just to put, you know, all of the things that you need, but you just not need to have out at all times. Your crock pots, your Christmas dishes, you know, anything of that nature, but just all the storage you have right here. You could even put your coffee pot here instead of having it out on the kitchen counters and make this little coffee station. But what a beautiful feature this is to have right here. And then also, they didn't stop with the storage in here in the laundry room. You have tons of storage. They have a spot for maybe a wine fridge or an ice maker. You have extra cabinets above the washer and dryer. For all of you young folks, don't know what this is where back in the day we used to iron. But no one irons anymore, or they do, but I don't maybe. But anyway, and I think this little area right here, they use for like a little kennel for their dog. So that's a nice feature to have too if you've got the little pups. But let's go, and you've got, still have a pantry right here that is for, I guess it's automatic light, but oh, there it is. Okay, so you got a pantry, nice shelves, but it's got lots of extra storage all around too. So let's go and look in here. This little breakfast area. Another really nice feature of this home I want to point out is all the plantation shutters that are throughout the home. These just add so much character to a home, and it really just finishes off the room when you walk in and you see these beautiful plantation shutters. Let's go over here and before we go outside, let's go take a look at the primary bedroom. This is what I would call a real primary suite. And they had a lot of forethought when they were building this primary suite. So this room right here, right when you walk into the primary suite, this is what they would call their coffee room, or, you know, they could have been a cocktail room. But in here, if you look around, there's a bar where they had a small refrigerator right there, and you know, spots for wine. But yeah, so they sat in here and just had some private time. If you have children, this might be a good thing for you for a little getaway from your kids, a little personal happy hour. But in here you have a huge master suite, and it got the curtains, windows all around it. And another little bonus of this room right here is that you have a workout room in here. So there. So this is where they had their treadmill, they had a TV up, and they would just, you know, use this as their workout room. You could look out at the pool while you're working out, but it's a great area. And you could pretty much just live in this section of the house. You have your little cocktail area, your workout area, and your sleeping area. And then you've got this expansive master bathroom. So beautiful. And such a big shower, beautiful built-ins still, separate vanities, which me personally, I think that is so important. I like my own space when I'm getting ready, and I don't want to have to share it with anybody. And then you have this beautiful closet. So the built-ins in this house are just, what really is just so impressive, and really does show the value in the home. This is not just a, you know, spec home. This is a real custom built home, and you can really tell with all this finish out. The closet connects right here to his and her side, which again, that's really nice to have some separate areas, but you can tell both sides have plenty of space, and even a space right here if you wanted to add like a safe. And your water heater is in here. And a corner tub, jacuzzi, corner tub. Another really awesome feature, I always got to point these out, is pocket doors. I love me a pocket door. So let's go and take a look now at the study. And on our way to the study, you have a half bath right here. It's really cute. I love the green. And then in here you have more built-ins in this beautiful office. Got the wood floors in here, the built-ins, plantation blinds. And if you wanted to make this into a closet, you could easily use this closet right here as a closet and make this into a bedroom if you needed the space for a bedroom. But they did not, so they used it as their study. So now we're back at the front. And again, I want to just comment on how beautiful these Durango doors are. They're just stunning, and you know, it's not often in Texas that you could open these up and get a breeze, but we have about 1 month you could do that. And so, but it's nice to have that feature. And in here you have a large dining area. So this house, in my opinion, was built for serious entertaining. And that would be right up my alley because I love entertaining. So large dining area, plenty of wall space for your buffet, china cabinets, and those things. And you're still completely part of the rest of the house and the kitchen. So it just really flows just so nicely. So let's go back here and we'll take a look at the secondary bedrooms. On our way to the secondary bedrooms, you have more built-ins, and you have a desk. If you had a study for a child or what have you, bookcases. Again, just more custom cabinetry in here that just is so beautiful. And here you go into the one of the secondary bedrooms, which has a very nice walk-in closet. So having this extra space for anything, it's a lost feature that we don't really see today. So that's one of the big things that I found in this home that I really love, is just all that space. Speaking of space, makes me think about, being able to use that for like your Christmas belongings, decorations, all that kind of stuff. The house is spray foam insulated, so you could store it in the attic as well because it's climate controlled in there. But, you have extra space if you wanted to keep it inside. And here we have a Jack and Jill bathroom, double vanity, and you have a beautiful glassed-in shower with a separate toilet area. And in here you have an extra bedroom with another walk-in closet. So again, the space in here is just amazing. But what's really amazing is the outside. So let's go take a look at the backyard and the pool and the patio. So I know I was talking earlier about it being an entertainer's home. This is where you would do so much entertainment. The back patio is one of the biggest ones I think I've seen. And it's got the beautiful stone arches that really just make the pool a picturesque place to look at. And now I've just got to act like I'm a realtor and open a door. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear that water, but it's so relaxing. So you've got a huge patio. It's over 1,000 square feet. And I love the wooden inlay ceiling. And I can just imagine this decorated all at Christmas or any kind of holidays, just decorating all these arches, maybe with some lights, some wreaths. But right here you have, your another fireplace, TV area. And then this little area right here is directly off the master bedroom. So in the morning, you could come out, drink your coffee out here, and you could look down at the creek, which is right just past that fence. It's probably about 50 yards past that fence. And that is Friar Creek. And I can only imagine, the birds and the wildlife that you get to witness out here in the morning or at night. But you can easily take your fishing pole and go down there and fish and just enjoy the nature. But over here, this is more my style. I'd be in the pool. So they have this beautiful pool. With lots of pool decking, which is expensive when you're building a pool. Is not just the pool, it's the decking. And but not just that, it's the trees. So all these beautiful oak trees they have back here are just, they're hard to find to be this mature and to have this new of a custom home. And it's got the pool pump and all the pool belongings are right there behind that fenced area. And let's go take a look at the garage. And it's got a little sunshade here for a little extra protection from the sun. And we'll go around and take a look at the garage. The home has a 3-car garage. And it's a nice 3-car garage. I think you might be able to get 3 cars in here if you are very disciplined with your garage junk. And I am not. I have a 3-car that only fits my car in there, but I've known a couple people to have a 3-car garage that's had 3 cars in it. But one of the nice things that also is it has this extra storage room in here. So if you wanted to, if you're a craft person, you could do some crafts in here. You've got an extra water heater, so you have 2 water heaters for the home, so no worry about running out of hot water. You've got a door that goes out to the backyard here from the garage. I always love that as well. And then let's just walk around up front so you can kind of get your bearings on the property. So we have the driveway that curves around from the street. You've got these beautiful crepe myrtles right here. And again, just look at these oak trees. They're so pretty. And we just recently had them trimmed up, and they just really make the house pop. And it's a beautiful front yard. Let's go back around to the front. And these are miniature crepe myrtles that have grown up, and they will all bloom. Here we've got some blooms on these right here. As you can see, this is a gorgeous property. And if you'd like some more information, just go ahead and hit subscribe and message me, and I'm happy to send you some more information on this home in Temple, Texas.